Country, welcome. Country, welcome. 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 Hey, Moose Country, welcome. 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 Hey, Moose Country, welcome. 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 Hey, Moose Country, welcome. Hey, Moose Country, welcome.
What is up, everybody? I hope that you guys can all hear me. Let's pull up my docs. Go chat. Who's here? Oh, we got a few people here already. What up, Colin? What up, Will Burger? Hi, honey. What up, Steve? Colin says, I'm hoping to be surprised in the first round, but expecting a rather brief playoff run again this year. We'll get into that. A surprise would be nice, says Melissa. Colin comes back to say, honestly, I'd be happy with some close games and even just one win. That'd be a huge success in my books. I agree with that. Steve's a bench warmer. Success. Tom says, howdy there, folks. So happy to have another season. Go Moose go. 100%, man. You're right, such a young team, making it too. Do I even have to speak? You guys can just deal with it all in the chats. I'm happy to just watch you guys have some fun chatting it up. Let's see, where's my viewer count? Order. Move to top. Why isn't it there? Doesn't want to show up. That's okay. We don't need it. At least as long as the chat's going up. That's all I care about. All right. So, we're supposed to have a guest joining us today. I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not, but Adam from the podcast was talking like he might come on and join us, which would be nice because, you know, we're having a bit of a tough year, but so did he last year, and his team this year is, you know, top of the CHL, and, you know, a couple of our boys are there with him. So hopefully he can come on and just tell us how he feels finally being able to be on the winning end of a team this year. John says, hey, everyone, looking forward to some fun in the playoffs very soon. Same here, man. Hi, Jane. How are you? What up, Kevin? More technical issues? No? Is there technical issues? Can you not hear me? Oh, you're talking about the viewer count. That's not a big deal. It's not really much of an issue to me anyway. Yeah, so, you know, I'm going to just briefly talk about the season, the way it looked to me. I'll talk a little bit about where I think we can improve, and also where I think we've improved tremendously. Okay, good. They can all hear me. So we started off this season, you know, no high hopes. You know, we got 5 16-year-olds on the team this year. We got the youngest team in the queue since the 70s. You know, and come trade season, you know, that's when we found out anyways, trade season, because we got rid of a lot of players. Hey, what up, Chris? Yeah, I'm missing you, buddy. But we started off the season, you know, 5 wins straight. We won 5 before we even came home. Now let's be honest. All the teams had their best players at camps, so on and so forth. I don't consider that an excuse. We had 5 young guys, like 5 brand new guys in the league on the team, and you know, I think they represented. I think you know, we've seen kind of the beginning of an amazing team in those first 5 games. But, you know, then the reality hit when all those bigger players came back and kind of just smothered us. We didn't, you know, I feel like we didn't play every minute on that ice this year. Which is kind of Mooseheads fashion. I don't think we very rarely play a 60-minute game. You know, in previous years, it was more like a 20 or 30-minute game, and it would be the last half of the game that we kind of pick things up. This season's been a bit different. We've been doing pretty good in the keeping it close the first second period, and then letting them walk away with it in the third, which is to be expected. Stamina's not there. The know-how's not there yet. The skill's not there yet. So, it stands to reason. I don't think this team owes this community anything by no means. That's not the purpose of this chat tonight. I think they're incredible athletes. They did a stellar job this season. And for me, at least, they made me proud to be a Moose fan. I do want to discuss, where I think we could have improved this year, because, I'm Mr. Hockey. No, I'm not. I don't know nearly as much as the coaching staff. This is just a fan from the outside looking in. Anybody who wants to join, feel free. I got the link to this Zoom in all the Facebook groups. Anybody's more than welcome to join in. Come on, have your voice heard and be seen. It's our channel. It's our channel, boys. It's get on here and chat if you want to chat, or continue to do so in the chat section. But as I was saying, I think there's some things we could have done differently this season. Coach Lord is, I want to say, a godsend. I think he's the right coach for this team. The one caveat to his coaching style that I don't personally like, and please in the chat let me know what you think, is he seems to play the players I don't want to say against each other, but it's if you perform, you play type mentality in that locker room. And you see that, Will Pint gets 2 goals in one game. He's hauled up from the third line to the first line. So basically, if you perform, you get the higher minutes, which is great. I mean, I think if you're doing a good job in any industry, you should get rewarded for it. But if I'm a painter, because I am, and I'm spraying a dump truck, and I had 16 dump trucks before it that I just had paint runs coming down and used too much product on, and then I had one really good dump truck come out that looks beautiful, and they give me a raise because I painted one. It's not the way it works. I think consistency, playing well, consistency should earn you those top line minutes. The link is on Facebook in any of the groups. I made the post at about 1:45. And what I think that does to, don't get me wrong, every player I've spoken to said that the locker room is great. Everybody, seems to really get behind Lordo's culture. But I think the way he's running the lines, it does 2 things. First things first, it doesn't allow chemistry to build on a line. But the other thing it does is it promotes selfish hockey. And I don't think there's a Moose fan in the building who wouldn't agree with me. Who wouldn't. I think everybody would agree with me. That there's a lot of shots when should be passes. The best games we played started off with, I think it was Aucoin with that bounce pass to, I want to say Blake, and Blake tucked it. Every time, every time we're playing as one, we seem to be, demanding more from the opposition. And I don't think you're going to get that if you allow the team to be on a competitive, you can't be competitive with each other to a degree. It's just selfish play. Blake came a long way since the December break. He wasn't passing at all. And for that, I wasn't a Blake fan. But the second half of this season, he found his playmaker side, and he was letting off passes. But you don't see the passing as often as you should. I seen very few backdoor attempts. I didn't see any 2-man rushes on the net with a pass. It's just they didn't have that team play mentality. Does that make sense to you, Steve? Am I getting somewhere with this, or do you agree or disagree?
Well, for me, I agree because the guys gel really well together after the break there. And Blake, totally agree that he extremely improved with his couple goals the last couple of games there. So it was great, like to see how they react to the atmosphere too of Moose Country, right? So the last game was phenomenal. They work hard, but the thing is just they got beat by Islanders, but the Islanders were rushing a lot too. And they tried to outplay them. They started, I think, as soon as they got the first goal, they start to go on, and after they get the second goal, it was great. And of course, Islanders tired up and lost in the shootout there. So yeah, shootout, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so yeah,
so do you so what do you think of I mean, and I'm not saying I know that that's what Lordo does, but it's apparent. Will gets 2 goals the next game he's on the top line. You know what I mean? So it's got to be a performance-based line making. And to me, and no offense, Lordo, if you ever see this, bud, but I think that's lazy and sloppy coaching, simply because I think it pins the team against each other. Aside from that, it doesn't allow for time to gel. Pick your lines, stick to them, and change them if you need to, not just because somebody has a good night.
and I think I've seen a few games now. You start to have one person to go chase the puck when they dump it and get the line changed properly.
Yep,
They started to do that like a couple games now, and that's how it should be because in
100%.
NHL that's how they are. Like
Well, if they don't do that,
so,
then
I seen the Montreal game and all the time.
if they don't do that,
Go
then
ahead.
they'll get stuck on the change, and it'll be an odd man rush. And God knows we've had
Exactly.
enough of those this season. We don't need any more of them, right? But yeah, no, you're right. And, people like Fontaine, Killer's incredible for creating disruption in the ozone while we're making a change. McPhee, probably one of the best ones in the game to do it. This team, in all honesty, after seeing them for this season, they have all the talent in the world. There's no reason why, maybe not next year, but the year after, we're not making a solid chase for that cup. Right.
They need to work their way up. Like I said at the beginning of the year, like Rampire, like they gelled so well after 4 years, and Patty Waugh finally got the his Memorial Cup and
He bought
President
that
Cup,
cup.
right? So
He bought that
he
cup.
bought that.
I don't
I
care.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Buddy, I will die. Like, I love Patty Waugh, and I love the Q, and I love the Moose. But I will tell you that the better team did not win that series. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You can't
I would
convince
have
me of
wished.
it.
I would have wished to be against the Vampire again and just prove them wrong, for this year. But anyway, that's fine.
Yeah,
We
that's,
get we get a better deal than the who's playing against Moncton? Was it Islanders?
who played against
No.
Moncton?
Yeah,
Oh, the last
they
game? I think that
officially
was
against
Titan.
Moncton. Yeah, no, we're playing. No,
Oh, in the
they're playing
playoffs.
against Tita, or they're playing against Gatineau. No, Moncton.
I don't know.
So we're playing against Drummondville. So
Yeah.
we're playing against Drummondville.
And they would play
So
against the bottom in the
Gatineau's
East. They would play against the bottom in the East.
yes. So yeah, Gatineau's still on the other side. So we switch on the other side, and I seen the points and stuff like that. And Drummondville's got not that far of points. Like I think 20 points apart with Drummondville,
Now that's still
and
significant.
like 30.
That's
Versus 30.
That's still significant. However, it's Dylan says Moncton versus Quebec.
Yeah.
That's still significant, but I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility that there's an upset. I don't. If these boys play the way we played against the Sags, they won't beat us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If we play the way we played against the Sags, they won't beat us. Just won't happen.
That's definitely, and you know what? Simon, like we said, he's going to go the semi-pro, right?
Yep.
So I mean, he wants to prove that he deserved to go and be chosen, right, as the number one goalie in the near future, right? So he's gonna do everything in his power to get against Moncton.
He
He
deserves.
still have it. Yeah, he deserve it, and can't wait to see his new pads eventually. Because, but personally, he should keep the same pad because
Luck.
when you get new pads, no, it's not luck. It's you had to crack them out, right? So as a goalie myself, like get new pads, you got to crack them. Cracker means get lots of shots on the pads and be comfortable and not to be stiff as new. So that's why. So for me, I would keep his pad. Maybe put sticker or whatever, put moosehead sticker on there or something like that, or something to just say, hey, I got at least those pad cracked,
All
and
right.
get the new ones. We'll see.
All right, let me get some of the comments here because there's a lot and I've been neglecting them. Colin says, I'm also
Whoops.
following Moosehead's 2023 draft pick, Will Carroll.
Hmm.
Of no relationship to myself. And the Edmonton Blizzard. They're on to round 2 of the MHL playoffs after downing the Miramichi. I gotta tell you, Jordan Shaw and his team in PEI just won their league championship and are moving on to the Atlantics. They'll face teams like the Max and so on and so forth. So
Yeah.
good luck to both the Max and Jordan Shaw and his respective team. Sorry, I can't remember the name right now. It's in my phone. But we're gonna have a little chat with Jordan Shaw here sometime soon. Made the playoffs. You said team is hungry. Team of Drummondville. Nothing is more dangerous than an underdog with nothing to lose. Agree 100%, Colin. I honestly thought that the team actually started to gel right after the trade deadline. The boys are awesome from that point on. I agree 100%, Tom. They did from the trade point, and I spoke with a few players, and they said that the nerves were gone. They knew everybody. They knew their team. They could have buckled down and concentrate on hockey. Melissa says the trade period definitely did some good, Tom. Where's the link? You got it. Turn Steve down.
Yeah, obviously I got it.
Turn Steve down. So I did turn the volume from the stream down and left my mic up. So hopefully that's a bit better, guys. I agree, Colin.
So
I
let's
noticed
see.
a lot of individual play going on, taking the puck and just skating around the entire end zone without even taking a dangerous shot. They usually ended up, 100% losing the puck. You're right, Tom. So I've seen that a lot, or shooting wide, or just taking a shot to the chest. And I guess any shot's better than no shot, but I think we have a better game than that. Did you know that Patrick Nab is the only player to play all 64
Played 64
games? I did not know
Yep.
that. Thank you, Lindsay.
Yep. Yeah.
We're at the park. Oh, you're at the park with the girls right now.
Yeah, we are.
Colin says, as a defenseman, I have liked Hundel's play style. I agree 100%. Not afraid to pinch, join the rush without compromising the play too much. I think Hundel's an incredible grab. I was kind of upset when we picked him because that high scorer that went to a Quebec team was the pick just before Hundel, so we could have had him. Just after Hundel, so we could have had him. But, a good defenseman's hard to find, and I think he's world class. And he, as you know, most European players they have a hard time, transferring to this aggressive style hockey, and he did it without a problem. I gotta go. All right, Kevin. Sorry, buddy. I was wondering to build it. Okay.
But talking about the Endo, that's very good because that's one example defenseman that improved throughout the year. And as soon as he went to the World Junior, he was a different person. Like he was more to rush and all stuff. He did mistakes too, a couple
100%.
games, but he's doing good. The shot is poison, and every time he got the wrist shot from the point, and I think he's gonna keep going doing that. And also, I like at home. Always try to guess what he's saying in German, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I've tied him.
John says, I agree with you, Colin. They were the better team for roughly 20 seconds of the game 6. We were the better team overall that night in the final series. Yeah, 100%. The you're talking about game 6 against the Rampart. If we would have beat them at home for game 6, we would have destroyed them game 7 back at their barn. We had one player that I blame. I won't say his name, but I have one player that I blame for that loss. He's no longer with the team. But I mean, you whiff on 2 shots, causing 2 turnovers, and you're gonna get the blame. I'm sorry.
We'll blame Dobson. We'll blame Dobson.
Who?
Dobson. Noah Dobson, which is in the NHL right now.
Oh,
We'll just blame him. Just say Dobson. It'll be fine.
Collins could be balanced thing. I can't hear Collins. Okay. Much louder than the last podcast. Thanks, man. I tried working on the mic a bit. Sorry, Kevin. Hate to see you go, buddy. Love to watch you leave. Lindsay says, I was listening to the Wildcats podcast. Awesome. They're great guys. And they interviewed a guy from Cape Breton, and they think we are going to get swept. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Adam and Jeremy. I hope you guys do well as well. You won't be at the playoffs, question mark. By the way, hello from the road. Yes, Dylan is, I believe, in Nashville, watching from Nashville.
Yeah.
I guess Kevin didn't get playoff tickets. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey,
What?
Dylan, so jealous of you being on the road. Tom says womp womp. John comes in and says, it was interesting hearing that our loss to Charlottetown will be equal to moving up to 9th overall in the CHL import draft. Yeah. Could make for some great opportunities for Cam to grab an excellent player. Honestly, we needed Handel to be our next Morvek. Yep. The next few years will be massive for his official. Yeah, I agree. I think he's a better defenseman already than Morvek, though. I liked Morvey, but I think Handel's much higher skilled than Morvey. Handel is absolutely.
Well, Morvey went down after the World Junior last year, so he didn't play as much.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He was still injured. I'm thinking he was still injured because he was not playing as 100%.
He was injured before playoffs. He came back, and then I think he got injured again in playoffs.
Yeah.
The year we went for it against the Rampart.
Yeah, it sounds like if you remember with McIsaac, he was injured while playing, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's not playing well." I'm like, he's playing injured. Like, you just let him know, and he had to get the surgery, right? So,
shout out to Jeff Martin in Moncton. He was McIsaac's billet when McIsaac went to the Wildcats. All right, that's a good question there, Dylan. We'll talk about that a bit. He says, I could see Kilfoyle getting the C after the interview the Q did with him and Lord's comments about him. So, I like Killer for the C. I don't think there's anybody else more deserving at this point. He's going to be one of the most impactful players on the team. He's going to be one of the most experienced players on the team come then, other than Phillips. He's also been through 2 playoffs. No, he was only with us last year. Sorry, it wasn't 2 playoffs. But regardless, I think he's going to be an incredible captain. I didn't think he was a leader. I thought he was always a really quiet guy. But apparently, he must be good in the locker room if he got the A this season. So I would agree. I would think that Kilfoyle is the logical choice for next year. What do you think there, Steve?
There's another one, Moiser. That's another one that could be a good feature to go in. But
I love Cade. He just hasn't gotten the play time, right?
Yeah. Eventually, you'll get the playing time. But Tom
says, here's a question that needs to be asked amongst us. Who will be? Oh, I didn't even see it. So he was actually asking the same question as Dylan. Dylan's popped up on the main feed. That's why I seen it. Sorry, Tom. And who's the best assistant captains? I don't want to comment on the A's yet, just because I don't know what our team's gonna look like. We're gonna have some 20s. I mean, Vidicek made captain this year for the Moncton Wildcats, and I know he only got there at the beginning of the season, so we don't know what our A's are going to look like this year. It was Tom's question, not mine. Oh, you answered Tom's. Okay, I apologize, Tom. I just didn't see it. It popped up on my main feed, and I didn't see it in the chat. Okay, so you think Killer's a good option or what?
Guilford?
Yeah.
I think he would be a good candidate. He's got really powerful action on the ice and off ice. I think he kind of rubbed into McPhee a little bit, and I think he got him a little bit the road to it. And I believe he's gonna probably be a good candidate. I would like to probably have. I think Ando will be the greatest captain too, just to develop his skills, social skills and stuff like that. Because now he's already developed his skills on the ice there, just because the World Junior with his experience now go up. I think it would be great to be an assistant too. So, and y'all improve in everything, and I think he'll be great. It'd be a great leader with Kilford.
Yeah, I also think
that's what I'm thinking.
I also think Philly will be a leader, an A at some point of some sort.
Yeah.
I really do. I gotta agree with you, Melissa. I'm a little biased too because I love Danny and his family. But I think Danny's probably going to be a good option. Yeah, definitely a good option for. I gotta tell you, man, I had a stupid moment in an interview the other day. The interview hasn't come out yet, but I gotta tell you guys because I felt so stupid. Like, I cover this team, and I didn't even know who this player was talking about. So I'm having an interview with Mosier. That comes out tomorrow morning, 9:00. By the way, I was having an interview with Moj, and he was talking about going to play golf with it was him, Doyle, I believe, Killer, and somebody named Wazzy. And he's like, if Wazzy says that he beat us, tell him he's lying because it was all Doyle, because Doyle's a good golf player. And I'm like, the whole rest of the interview, it's in my mind, like, who is Wazzy? Who the heck is Wazzy? Just because of the way he said it. Now, after the interview, I broke it down. I'm like, oh, okay, I know who he's talking about now. Plus, I know that these guys always hang out. These four always hang out, so I should have clued in right away. But can anybody in the chat or Steve, can you tell me who you think Wazzy is?
Was it Walter?
No. Okay, no more guesses. That was your guess. I want to see if anybody else in the chat. I know Dylan knows.
So Wazzy.
I know Dylan's going to answer. He's going to be the first. No, it was Simon. Lincoln Walk. Good job, buddy. It was Lincoln Walk.
Okay.
And I felt like such an idiot. I'm like, who the hell? Like, I didn't say it to him, but I'm like, who the hell is Wazzy? Because I was thinking Quasimodo. Like, I'm like,
do you have the funny story about it? You have the funny story about it? Why he's called Wazzy?
No,
because he's wise?
No, it's because it's Wah. His name's Wah.
Oh, because it's Wah. Wazzy. Oh, Wazzy.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying Wazzy, like Walter with W.
No,
it's with R. Man,
I couldn't get
I'm
it
so
for
French.
the life of me, and it's such an easy thing to figure out, but my brain just wasn't clicking. I'm just like, oh yeah, Wazzy.
Okay.
I won't say anything.
I'm pretty sure if I would have been in the chat there and see the R, I would like, okay, wow, okay, and I would have probably maybe guessed. I don't know.
No,
I'm just.
I didn't get it, but anyways, yeah, Wazzy. I thought that was funny because I had to play it off like I knew exactly who he was talking about, and really, I'm like, I have no idea. So, what else do we got to say? What do we think's gonna happen with the playoffs now? How many people in the chat think we're gonna get at least one win? I confused the French guy with the Wazzy. I love it. So what?
For me personally,
No, no.
or you want to just head to the
Everybody, yeah, go
chats?
ahead. Everybody. What do you think's gonna
So
happen?
I think if we lose, I think we'll have 2 wins.
Yeah, they're gonna have
At
two.
least I have three. Yeah, two. If we lose, it's two. If we win, we'll have four.
Okay, so do you think we're gonna
It makes
win?
sense.
You think we're
Makes
gonna
sense.
win two
So
away, or what?
I would say we're gonna win probably one game down in Drummondville, and
Okay.
we'll play 3 games at home,
Yeah.
and at least one game there, and see how it goes. So it's all about momentum, right? So if the goalie are hot, the goalie are hot, right? Um, I think Jacob wants to prove it. So I bet I put my bet into Jacob because playoff. It's all about a great goalie, great defense,
Yeah.
and the goals will come to you because somebody's going to do a mistake. And for me personally, the guy has been working super hard to get to the playoff there. Now they're just getting ready to get there. And Schulte is going to be really hungry, and he's going to want to lead the team and get through Drummondville. But if they have to be really careful what they're doing because Drummondville is really structured, and with Sylvain there, he's he's an awesome coach, right? And we'll see how it goes. So that's what I
I
mean.
gotta tell you, I
Two.
don't think Drummondville has it. I don't think Drummondville has it. And I don't think they're gonna make it past. If they make it past us, they're not making it past the second round. They're just not. They don't have it. They lost it after the first half. I will say that. Everybody's given us basically 2 wins. Dylan says we'll play at least 4 games. Duh. Does anybody think we have a chance in hell of, beating them? We're going to be the team that screws everything over for a team. Does anybody have us beating them? Let me get to the chat real quick.
Go ahead.
So, as bad as this may be, I say we lose in 5 or 6, says Chris. Collins says 4-1 Drummondville. Siteman says, I believe we will for sure. Steinman will be the difference maker if we push to 6 games. That will be a massive success in my view. It will be a great confidence booster for the future. Agreed 100%. As said, Dylan says he will push the game before. There'll be 4 games and he'll see 1. JR 2025. I think the way Drummondville is playing in the second half, I think the Moose can give them a run for their money. Hopefully surprise them with the series win. And I agree because the games against us and them have been close. They have not blown us out of the water. Siteman also says, I think we'll get at least 1 home game win for sure. McPhee is also going to be a huge in this. Love when they joked on the Moose pod that he'd have 300 plus block shots in the series, yeah, and probably 300 wraparound attempts. I hope 1 game, but if they don't play a full 60 minutes and lose focus, it could be straight 4 out, which would be our second time in 2 years. Collins says, I say a long show for us to beat Drummond. Long shot. Okay. So you mentioned Schultz Schultz is going to be playing his heart out. Schultz and Kilfoyle last playoffs, in my opinion, were the only ones performing. Schultz, he took last year's early exit extremely hard. I don't know how many bruises that kid hit on him from block shots, but he was blocking more shots than Russo last year in the playoffs, and that didn't do anything for us. So it's gonna take a team effort, man. It's gonna.
I still think it's gonna be great there. But I'm just gonna put my coffee cup in the garbage right now. So
So that was Julian.
I don't know if you can see them, but
no, I can't. That was that JR 2025 was Julian, one of the Wildcats fan. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I always appreciate seeing you. He says, "Go Cats, go, bud. I am actually rooting for the Moose, man. You guys got this. We'll be watching for sure. Love you, buddy." You want to ask Dylan if you can borrow the belt for good luck? I'm sure he'll loan you the belt there, Julian. You can bring it up to Moncton. What you can get your boys to skate around the ice.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I think for me overall, the chances is mostly for the Moncton. Moncton probably take it all. For me to represent the Maritime, that would be probably the right fit for the playoff and for the President Cup. Unless there's a teams just surprise everybody. Gatineau could be a surprise. They've been on and off a couple games, but they're gonna probably be hungry in the playoff too. Like the bottom teams are looking a little bit better than the top team, except Moncton and Huskies. Huskies is really hot right now,
Yep, they are.
so
Yep. And you can't
Huskies, Empire.
you can't forget about the scoring power of the Olympique either.
Exactly.
They got an incredible
Exactly.
team
So
on them.
that's going to be a hell of a playoff right now, and that would be nice to follow all of them because it's going to be great hockey. Like I said the last podcast, I went to see the Rocket, Laval, and the Montreal Canadian, and compare of what they're doing. They're more structure, and it's awesome. So that's what I'm thinking.
So I'm done with talking about the team. I think we covered everything we need to cover. It's really going to suck losing our 20s. Schulte has, secured a place in my household as one of the most beloved Mooseheads ever to don the red and green. Same with McPhee. You guys are just. You've been incredible people to this community and legends on that ice. Steinman, don't know you. I think I talked to you once. But I think you're an incredible goalie, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck. So as for channel, we've been having APs come on the show lately. It's sometimes hard to get, what's it called? Man, sometimes my head just blanks on me and I can't think of a very simple word. All right, there it is. Alumni. Sometimes it's hard to get alumni on, scheduling issues, or, maybe they just don't want to get back to me. So I spoke to some coaches of some U18 teams that have our former Mooseheads or our future Mooseheads, and I've gotten, I think, 2 or 3 done so far. I got 2 or 3 coming up, and what I'm doing for those AP interviews is I'm gonna have guest co-hosts come on, celebrity guest co-hosts I would call them. So former Mooseheads are gonna help me do the interviews. Do you know who Dennis Bonvie is?
Dennis Bonvie?
Yeah. So
Not really.
He played about 100 games in the NHL. He's a Nova Scotia
Nice.
boy. I believe he's from Antigonish. And he's also in the AHL Hall of Fame.
Huh.
So
all this, huh?
Yeah. Bonvie. Dennis Bonvie. So he's expressed interest in coming on and doing an interview. As well as a couple former Mooseheads. So I think that's what we're going to do from here on out for at least for the APs, the younger kids. Whenever I have a future Moose on, it'll be former Moose on or a former hockey player on to talk to them. Because the way I see it is that's them giving back to the next generation of Mooseheads. They can give them some insight into what they went through at this point in their life. In hockey. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm not going to say which ones we have coming up, but we have a couple really good ones coming up, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm recording one tomorrow that will be published next Thursday, and then I'll do another one this week that'll be published the following Thursday. That's all I got to say. I will, however, mention, because I didn't see the Mooseheads mention it, I reached out to them, but they didn't post anything. Our thoughts and prayers are with the LaRue family. Zachary lost his grandmother a couple days back. We all met Nana LaRue I hope the family's doing okay, and yeah, I'm really sorry for your loss there, Zach. She was a sweet lady. But that's it for me, man. Is there anything anybody else wants to talk about? I'm going to get to the chat for a second, and then we'll ask for final thoughts here. Julian doesn't want the belt, he said. John says, that's where I feel like this could be an interesting series because Drummondville has been the least on team of any of the top teams down the stretch. They are excellent but beatable. Colin said, broke his heart to see McPhee in tears at the final home game. I wish I was there. I was sick at home. I'm really upset that I missed that game. Chris says, Brady, one of faves, and what he did for me after Kendra's passing with the jersey is something I'll never forget. That's amazing. He's a good guy, man. Between Brady's tears and Schultz's face, taking it all in at the end of the game. Yeah. That was quite special to watch, man. That's Melissa. Sightman says, I'll put a quick plug in that I'll be announcing DJing for the SEDMA openers for the Irish U13 and U15 national teams tomorrow from 4:30 to 7:30 at the RBC Center, Pad A. Should be a fun time. That's interesting. Congratulations, bud. I won't be able to make it, but best of luck. I hope it's a great show. Melissa says, thanks, John. I was going to actually ask you to say that in here. Yeah, that's right, because he put a post up on it on the chat. Simon says, no worries. It's an amazing story to see the kids play given their minimal access to ice time. All right. Steve, any last thoughts, buddy?
Last for me, it's gonna be Go Moose Go first, and second of all will be it's gonna be an awesome playoff, and everybody's love hockey. Just go and watch most of the games, and especially our Moosehead, and that's where I think that's the last stuff for me. And go Jacob and company, go Moose Go, and they're gonna try to do the best. Entertainment for us, and they're gonna try to put their heart in. So that's my thing.
All right, I'm gonna say something to close it off. Thanks for joining, Steve. Just chill there, buddy. This year was a fucking whirlwind for me. You guys all know the garbage that went down at the beginning of the year, and I just want to say thank you. My family went through a horrible time for that month and a half. We felt broken. We felt that we didn't have a place at the Scotiabank Center anymore, and we really didn't want to go back. It was the few of you, mostly in this chat, and some others that reached out privately as well, that convinced us to come back and showed us that there's great people in that barn, and there is. So you guys are absolutely incredible. I'm so proud to be part of this Moose community. Thank you for all the likes, the subscribes. Thank you for all the shares and all the messages. Thank you for reaching out to me for help if needed. Thank you for asking questions that you thought I could answer. Thank you for the interaction. Thank you for being there when I needed you, and hopefully I could be there when you need me. Anybody ever needs anything on here, is there anything I can do for anybody, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm very easily found on Facebook. It's Colin Landry, or you can message the Moose fans on Facebook as well. We'll answer all you guys. What is up, Lindsay? You got something to say, girl? No? Nothing to say? No? You good? Just what up?
There you go. Now you can talk.
You got something to say?
No, the only thing I had to say was already said in one of the comments. So.
Oh, what is it?
One of the comments. That's what the Colin's asking.
Which comment?
Yeah.
It was the one about McPhee taking many shots.
Oh,
Or like stopping many shots.
yeah, he'll be missed for sure, man. Like this team's a special team. Every year, I mean, most years, no, every year, it's always just, these boys are special. I feel like we always get the best the Q has to offer when we get our players. I mean that. But anyways, that's it for me. We got no joke book because I can't find mine. CJ put it somewhere, so I can't do Ian's joke. Sorry, Ian, buddy. We need a new book. We need a new book, Ian. Get to writing, buddy.
Number two.
That's
Number
right.
2. We gotta
And
get
you know
number
what?
2.
Don't stop at hockey. Just dad jokes in general. Let's just hear dad jokes. They're funny as hell. Somebody told me one today, and I lost it, but I was like, what the hell? That was a corny joke even for me.
I got a good one.
Oh, wait. What do you call a Boston Bruin player with no teeth? Okay.
Oh God.
Brad Marchand.
Brad Marchand.
Let's hear it, Melissa.
That's what Lindsay.
Let's hear it. She must have found Ian's book.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Lindsay said that it was Brad Marchand. Well, probably not.
Waiting for Melissa to type the answer. A gummy bear.
A gummy bear?
Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Hang on. Let me see. Let's go.
A great song.
Hang on. Let's go here. Ready?
Okay.
Yes, I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear.
Could you hear that?
I sure did.
Did I sound really?
It was amazing.
Did I sound high pitched?
No, low pitch.
Oh.
You had low pitch. Yeah, it was a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear.
Okay, hang on. Let's fix that.
Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear. Oh, wow.
That better?
Man. Yeah, that is better. Can I go for my my dad joke? I think it's a joke that I was like really in my head for quite a bit, and I don't know if it's gonna cut out pretty good. So let's try it.
Let's hear it.
So what is black and white thing that do some music?
Fuck, you are French. Oh my God, you're French. What is a black and white thing that do some music?
Yes.
I have no idea, Steve. What is it?
A piano.
What the fuck?
Oh, we'll call this the Steve dad jokes. It'll be terrible.
We'll call
You
them
should pull out your Steve-isms.
Oh, I got a Stimsum list too, but you'll be really proud of me. But that would be another chapter. I'll probably come up with the big punch of next podcast or something.
I gotta hear them, bud. We'll call them the Frenchisms.
Oh yeah,
No, I'm not.
that's a
French.
lot.
I'm not a racist French. What? No, I love French people. Wait. Some of my best friends are French people. I have a French relative.
You fucking well.
Oh man.
God, it's getting out of control. All right, that's it.
Well, guess what? I'll give you a peek of it. What is mac and steak? That's your favorite one. Mac and steak.
Mac and steak.
Yeah, what is the translation of mac and steak?
Well, it sounds like it would be mac and cheese and steak.
Nope.
Masking tape.
Are you kidding?
Lindsay ruined. It's masking tape.
Listen, you do know that English is our first language, right?
Oh, I know. It was great, but that's one of the insider of my Steveism. So there's a lot of those. I got over like 30 lines, 35 lines.
And they're all ones
that I got in my note.
And they're all things.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the screenshot. You'll be laugh at it, and I'm like, what about this thing? What about this thing? So it'll be super fun. Super fun.
I get made fun of in my house, man. You're gonna have to stay away from my family because I say say normal shit and they make fun of me. I couldn't imagine they would have you ready to go in a loony bin from how often they'd make fun of you if you lived here.
Oh God.
It's insane.
God. Like, every day.
I say normal shit like breakfast.
Okay, breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breakfast. And they make fun of me because I actually say breath fist.
Oh, you say breath? I didn't even
Breakfast.
realize I'm so
Breakfast.
French.
Right? Fucking French people.
All right.
Man. All right.
You
that's
left
it.
them.
That's it for me. Listen, thanks for another wonderful year. We will be talking in the playoffs. There will be plenty more interviews, podcasts, and other stuff to come. This isn't goodbye. This is just thank you for this season. Hope you're all healthy, safe, and happy out there. And as always, go Moose, go.
Thank you, Colin.
Thank you,
Always
buddy.
go.
Thank you for always.